This video is about the things they don't tell you about Alabama self-defense law. And there's a lot of questions and a lot of confusion when it comes to this issue. In this video, there should be somewhere below or to my side, I'm going to put up a link to the actual law, which you can Google, and you'll see it's fairly long and it's somewhat complicated. But if I was to sum up the entire law in one word, I'd say that word is reasonableness. And what the law looks to is, did a person act reasonably in defending themselves? And that's defined not by what the person thinks, but what your quintessential, average, reasonable person would think. Is it reasonable under the circumstances? And of course, there's a difference in Alabama law between just using physical force to defend yourself and using deadly physical force to defend yourself. So the abbreviated way of thinking of this is you can't use an elephant gun to kill an ant. It's too much force. So, if somebody's going to punch you in the nose, you're probably justified in blocking it and hitting them back. But if somebody's going to punch you in the nose, that doesn't mean you can pull out a gun and boom, shoot them, because that's using an elephant gun against an ant. It's too much force. It's excessive force for the circumstances, and the law would consider that unreasonable. So that's what they're going to look at, is what degree of force. And you need to remember that it's not, ultimately, it's going to be others who judge whether or not the force that you used under those circumstances was reasonable or not. Typically, particularly if it's a deadly physical force situation, the case will be presented to the grand jury, and a bunch of random citizens are going to decide, well, was this right or not? If they think it wasn't, you're going to face a trial. You're going to have to spend a bunch of money on a lawyer or have one appointed if you can't afford one. Even if your case is dismissed ultimately and you win, you still could have a record of having been arrested. So I think that the best advice is to use self-defense as a last resort. That should be the absolute last thing that a person should do. You should try to think about ways of avoiding the need to use force. Certainly hope that you're not in a situation where you need a lawyer, but if you do and you want our help, just give us a call. Our phone number is down below. I hope you enjoy these videos, and if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and of course, we like it if you hit the thumbs up, the like button, because that helps us as well. Thank you for watching. I'm Andy Segal.